All right, Israel, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, a great millstone, must I taste to the brothers, teach the word for the hopeful elect. Out there in the four corners, teaching the downfall of America, uprising of Israel. This is a video that was posted by this dude named Yam Stacy. I don't know if he's affiliated with any groups that acknowledges that they Israel. He got a beard, but he kind of dissects this video about a ex-stud now married to a man, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it, but a hard part to let you see what she says in the beginning of this video. Place, all right. So let's get it. Let me turn it up a little bit.
Into it. Ex-stud now married to a man. I'm loving it.
And she's loving it. Now I'm gonna kind of talk a little bit after she talks a little bit, which is he's doing through this whole video. But I just want to make the point about what she's saying. So she admitted she's an ex-stud now married to a man.
Studs who are being delivered by the Lord, what you're gonna have to understand is that you are gonna have this residue on you. The lesbian residue is what I'd like to give it a name.
Okay. And right here, this pendant right here, it says Yahweh in Hebrew. So I'm assuming she's married to an Israelite. A lot of these women are going to start, Most High is changing this world around. I mean, not this Babylon going to be destroyed, this American Babylon is going to be destroyed, but he's changing the minds of our people. Not everybody, but, at least to some extent, the acknowledgement that you're an Israelite. It talks about those dry bones, and it talks about our people having the, attributes and knowing that they're Israelites, but they still haven't put on the immortal, haven't put on the whole truth, the whole armor, so to speak, the whole clothing, the whole garment, and who knows what the situation is with her and the man and how the relationship is going. Anyway, she said lesbian residue, and a lot of these people, like a lot of these women, don't even know that they have not only stud residue, they have what they call like this, the attributes of a man, that what do you call it, that attitude, man. And they still think they don't even know what a real woman is. I'm telling you, if you go to the scriptures and see what a real woman is, however they want to paint the picture, we know what a woman means. It means servant. We servants of the Most High. So there ain't no way you can get out of servitude in any form or fashion, no matter who you are, man, woman, a child. We all have to serve something. So, but women a lot of times try to break that servitude. They don't want to serve nobody. They want people to serve them. And that's not how it go. You got a president serving the elites or serving 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 Congress and all that in this political field. So that's one of the woman's big hang-ups is they don't have to serve anybody. And that's it ain't no way that's possible for you not to serve. Another thing, she got stud residue, and I'm pretty sure you could tell. She got the persona, she got the aura, she got tattoos all over her body. A lot of the women walk like that. Hold their crotches, or they'll get into a conversation, get excited, and start doing their hand gestures like a man. We see all that because we know what a real woman is. I'm talking about men in the truth. A lot of these men that don't know what real women are, they don't really see it. They just see it. Oh, my girl, she's cool. Women used to be home, and I'm a I'm talking a little bit, but women, when we back in the days when we used to be, people used to be homies, whether they were in a clique or a gang or whatever. You used to have homegirls or a b-boy, a b-girl, and they be breakdancing too, and they do things like go to the gym or shoot basketball or whatever, like hang out like one of the homies or whatever. Uh, and it was back then. It was like puppy love kind of. It was cool. It was like we growing up, we just homeboys and homegirls, and there were rules to that. It was rarely that you was always hitting another chick while you had your homegirl that was just your homegirl. But it was discussions that you when a man's around a woman, if if she's available, she's for game, he gonna take that no matter who she is. She could be a so-called friend or whatever, and they prove that on some of these shows. If she's pretty, but it's a fucking turnoff for a man for these women that act like fucking dudes. I'm telling you, they can kick rocks with that shit, man. That's a total turnoff. And especially when you knowledgeable of how the old women used to act of ancient days, it's really like you going left with this all this stud stuff and this manly mannerisms, whatever. I want a humble, innocent looking woman that soft spoken, that soft body, a soft ass, and all that. These women got hard bodies and all that, and wearing dildos and all that, and grabbing their crotch. Man, what the fuck? All the way backwards. Anyway, let me see what else she says, and I'm gonna get to some scriptures. I don't want to play that too long. She basically hit the main thing I wanted for her to say. Anyway.
All right. So the job that I'm at right now, the job that I've been working at ever since TD, walking into this job was when like I really got that confirmation. Like, okay, so it's not like I'm not crazy. Like this is yeah, this is the thing. This is what's going on. At that job, I was able to share my testimony with one person. I was able to share my testimony with her, and she was like blown away. She was like, like to be honest, when you first came in here, like I thought you were gay, and I'm like, yo, I started dying because I'm like, exactly. I knew I wasn't crazy. Like I
Of
know that.
course, and like Apostle Gabar said, a lot of these built back football back women and what have you, and you can have a body and everything. If you acting like a dude, like what the hell, man? You know, but we often could wink the eye on that, man. Because hey, you still want to hit if the body is right. But when a man gets tired of a woman with that, he has somebody else to hit, he'll leave that woman, man, quick. If you got versus this stud kind of woman, a woman acting like a man, opposed to somebody that's a girl that's she's might be goofy or whatever, but if she's innocent, so to speak, humble, ain't no such thing as innocent, but she's humble and she's just not forceful, not aggressive. She's you gonna want to deal with her. A man gonna go to her way before this other woman, you know, way before. And a lot of these women are not marriage material. That you might look fine, but you're not in a woman's, uh, in the state of a woman. You're not in the mind of a woman to be marriage material. You know, ain't no man looking for no aggressive woman. You know. Now you don't want no just stupid woman like sit there like a damn slouch and all that. It's of course it says in the scriptures, dwell with them according to knowledge. Some women don't even know when to stop with the knowledge. They or with the help or what the involvement, the conversation or something like that. They doing too much. So, yeah, and they never refer to the women in the Bible or go back to okay. Let me see how women in the Bible used to be, like Sarah obeying her husband, calling him Lord. About how the scriptures say a woman wouldn't even dare to put her foot on the ground for delicateness. How they used to be in the mirror, combing their hair, long hair, because it's their glory, you know, or how they use a dream and desire, man. Oh, like that Romeo and Julio. I said Julio. That's the devil. Romeo and Juliet thing, man. You know, uh, longing for your husband to come back, not the spirit of Jezebel, where oh my husband's gone. Let me deck my, like it says in Proverbs, let me deck my house with satin sheets and perfume and lure men into my window, from my window to come in because my husband's gone off on a long journey. Anyway,
there's this residue that's still on me. But like I had to
she says she's still on. It's still on her. So a lot of these women, even if they get put in a dress, they still got that attitude. You know, it lingers on them. It stays on them, and they figure like, damn, I'm in a dress and he still don't respond to me. Like, he's still kind of like overly aggressive, thinking I'm challenging him with it, cause that he still see that residue on you, man. And it's hard to get off, man, cause y'all, the women in America, been embedded with the mentality to challenge a man and overcome, and women's liberation and be an independent woman, and we shall overcome, and the strength of women and all that, and they build up this whole platform of on other platforms that the media gives them, such as Instagram, and they become this mega business of themselves, so to speak. And they say, well, you know what? I got all this. I don't need a man. They get taught by their mothers. I ain't even pulled the scripture, man. So and you know what the scripture is coming, because we always get it: 7 women to 1 man. But there's plenty of scriptures. Man, there's so many scriptures. This whole book is a relationship with the Most High, a type of relationship of servitude to a master, a relationship from a woman to a man, from the order of a relationship, how a relationship works, even between brethren, even between sisterhood. 7 women, because Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of 1 man, saying, and that's 7 means completion. That's another thing, women. You can't, when this stuff happens, you see a man with 8 women, you can't say, that's more than he's going off. 7 means completion, man. Shall take hold of 1 man, saying we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And, it's deep, because we reconcile. It's a reconciliation with us in the Most High through Yahweh Shai, that we're getting called by his name, putting our Hebrew names on us through Yahweh Shai. So that you can understand the dynamics of this, man. But, they want to be called, that's lets you know names are important, and that lets you know that, they want to be married into whoever the men are, instead of married to the world. Because it even says when you marry to the woman, you're going to have trouble in the flesh, because, you start caring for things of the world, because women are into materialistic things. Madonna, that was a theme song from Madonna back in the 80s, I think it was. Even for black women, because it related to women, period. She's a material girl, And Cyndi Lauper, girls just want to have fun and all that, And that's what it was about with women in America, Look, that's why it says we eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, because that's, they before it was about what's another word for bread? Money. It was about getting money from a man. It was about getting money from a man to buy apparel and buy shoes and clothes and jewelry and diamonds and all that. This time they're gonna say, no, we already got that. We'll do that, long as we be able to be with you. Because this shit is getting hit the fan. This dark winter and things going down. And only the men of the Lord are gonna be able to be shining above this dark world, for them to see, where the power lies. It's gonna be shown. It even says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. And then it says, and then in another scripture says, dwell with her according to knowledge. So this is, we had the knowledge. So if we don't see you knowledgeable, you're going to be like in the back of the line. That's our choice. Even Solomon with Queen of Sheba, she went into his doorstep, brought him some gifts. At his doorstep, saying, I want to hear the wisdom of Solomon. Didn't have nothing to do with material gain or wanting money from Solomon. He was rich. He was a king, but she wanted to hear his wisdom. And imagine his, doorman. So, let me go back.
Like, embrace that, because even going through my deliverance, I'm like, I had a coworker, like, oh, like, you give.
And a lot of these, another thing, man. A lot of these women they with women, but still they want to have children. So they'll find a man to impregnate them and then want to keep the baby between themselves. Come on, man. And I don't care what you women say. You could try to act like, man, you still able to get pregnant. And some of you might be barren, but you still got a box between your legs that allows a man to go inside to possibly get you pregnant. So you still got the woman makeup, the woman DNA, the woman box. So things remain. And that's why you can't fight the hand of God, the way he made things. Things are going to go back into order, man. What'd she say?
Me that vibe, like, so I wasn't sure, like, so I wanted to ask, and, I'm just like, man, like, and that's when, at a point, you are going to wish, like, wow, like, why can't I just be viewed just as a regular girl? Like, a regular girl, like, maybe think of something else when it comes to mind. Like, are you from around here? Like, why does it always have to be like?
No, she's natural.
All right. What should I get, man? Yeah. Brother's been making videos about it. Rise up. Isaiah 32:9, I think it is. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Because these women have become careless. And at ease. These platforms put them at ease too. Like, you got a woman on Instagram, fans only page or whatever, and they just getting money. That's their whole thing. Getting money and send money to me, and you can see my boobs, or, I'll entertain you. Seducing, but entertaining. And this is a whack ass world, man. Come on, man. I mean, we're supposed to be kings and priests. We're supposed to be gods on the earth. And money, determines that in America, so to speak. That's what America has given the people to believe. But then, for Jake, you get that much money, you still got to be put in a box. You still got to be just only have one woman. Here you are at a, so-called, according to this, a material world, you might be in the status of a king, but according to money, and you still got problems. They still complaining, like, oh, you cheating? But I got millions of dollars, man. What the hell are you talking about? I can have any kind of woman I want. Matter of fact, let me go to the UK, pull a few of them, cause they're more grounded. I gotta say, because America, they these women have become to believe America, and and standing on America, voting for women's rights, voting for abortion, voting for this, voting for Kamala Harris. You know, want Harriet Tubman put on a dollar bill. Love Beyonce, love Oprah. You know, I love these men that encourage them to think like a man. Love feminine men. You know, but don't like challenges. Don't like rebuke. Don't like aggression. Don't like trials and tribulation. You know, it says, "Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." Yeah, it's going to be a grimy time. It's going to be a grimy slew of events that's going to just disturb the earth, so to speak. You know, and women have been trained to believe fair treatment comes first with them, because they're the most so-called delicate. They're the most, well, if you lift in boxes at UPS or at a warehouse with Timberland boots on or steel toes, then you're not so delicate. You should be able to handle this stuff coming up, you know. And I'm saying this because, look, it said, "Give me plague of the mind." It says, what it says, um, a woman's heart, her mind is snares and nets. That's a troubling mind. That's a mind unstable. Because when you're unstable, you figure out ways to, you know, become snares and nets to people, so you could survive. But a man don't need that. He thinks logically even when he's in a bad situation. It might be homeless, and women might laugh at a homeless dude, but in that homeless dude's mind, he's like, okay, well, you know what? I could just work while I'm homeless, live in my car, and then pretty soon I'll have about $10,000, and then I'll be able to get into an apartment. But a woman, nah, she'll be like, call somebody, gotta call my uncle, my boyfriend, my ex. I gotta call, you know, I gotta prostitute. I gotta, suck this and suck that to get this and that. And then, sooner or later, I'll become, I'll be on my feet. A man don't think like that, man. You know? So, those that are laughing now shall mourn and weep, because you don't even know, you don't even know what's going on, man. Read that scripture, man. Read read the face the Bible, face these scriptures, because it's a mirror to your soul, because this is where you came from. It might be hard to face it. Ecclesiastes 1:26, that dare to be read by women, that dare to be read in the churches, but it's in the Bible, and it's in the same place where these people claim they believe. She said God. She said her main thing was God. When when you believe in God coming together, and put it together, then no man could take asunder. It says that she said she believes in that. She got the opinion that says Yahweh, whatever she's into and however she's going, she acknowledges a higher power, and she's addressing, the fact that she still got lesbian stud residue or whatever, on her, because of this fucked up world, because of what America taught her. So it's, a lot of these women, they think they're ready, but they're not. But these trials and tribulation gonna make you ready, man. what the going back to Job, the integrity of Job, and what the woman say, curse God and die or some. I think she said, yeah, because it's better to that than. And he called her a foolish woman, a foolish woman. You speak like one of the foolish women. You know, women don't even understand their own so-called logic, even according to the scriptures, are never ever really clear. It says in the scripture, he parted her not with wisdom. Because you know what? They followed Satan. They followed the devil. You know? Because the devil got dainties and, you know, the devil got quick ways to, you know, women say, I can't be on the streets. You know? I gotta have some, I gotta do something. But a man say, you know what? Shit. I'm out of the crib. Fuck, man, it's hard. It's hard out here. He'll deal with it till he's able to get on his feet. But anyway, and she's a pretty woman. Probably got a body. I don't know. That hell. I mean, women got to be honest. We like body. We like a body on a woman. You know, women got ass and titties, and they use it. That's why they use it. They use it. That's all you see on these Instagram videos is ass and titties. That's all Cardi B talks about. All Nicki Minaj talks about. And then they say, well, don't look at my titties and my breasts and my ass. Well, that's all y'all show. That's all you show, man. And it talks about that spirit of Jezebel. Let me get that scripture about how a woman cared for the things of the world. These motherfuckers always calling in the middle of a video. You devils, man. That's Satan. He showed them like I was talking about the woman. That's who he uses for his his networking. 1 Corinthians 7:34. There's difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman cares for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and in spirit. But she that is married cares for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. You know? And these women don't even please their husbands no more. But they are, in a sense, they are. They doing this to please a man. They showing titties and ass to please a man. Even though it's for money, they still doing it for this, you know, for a man to be satisfied. You know? And, you know, they'll crawl on stage for a dollar bill. You know? They'll count in their head those dollar bills and say, you know what? Well, you know, they make 1,000 a night. And then you say, well, you can make 500 to 1,000 a night. And they say, okay, well, in the process, they, you know, to build up to that 1,000, they crawling on the floor for $1 bills, and they calculate it like this. Well, if I, you know, save enough dollar bills, I can make that 1,000. But then you go to the club owner or whatever, and he said, well, it was a bad night tonight. So you girls only made like 300. We need to do better next time. But they'll still believe in that. Those dollar bills adding up to that 1,000. But when it comes to a man and his belief, they don't see how that adds up. Well, look, you know, we'll cut back on this. We won't buy any material stuff this time. We'll save some money. That brand new leather couch, we'll just get a regular couch for now. You know, so I can't have I got a big event, you know, with my homegirls or whatever. You can't even buy me no shoes. Shoes cost like $500. We need to cut back. Well, what am I gonna wear then? You know, they just push it. They don't consider, man, the logic of life. And then that's where it says, he that is married is going to be as if that have wives as be as they had none. Because this is a narrow path, and it's a short moment. Like all this stuff, men get married to women is a short moment of glory. Now, in the kingdom to come, we're gonna know all things, of course, and we might, there's such thing as a elect lady, and the 1/3, a lot of those are gonna be women. And you who knows how the Most High, is done, but Most High said He'll give us desires of our heart. So we'll have, if we had special women here, we'll have them in the kingdom. They'll come back to us. Even our mothers and stuff like that. But this is just for a short moment of in time. The real moments of our glory and our you know uh, life is going to be in the kingdom. So a lot of you women, I mean, if you're not really tied into with your man, a lot of y'all are just bystanders. A lot of y'all just, we have to have for the moment. You know,